All right, so the first deck that we're going to be doing today, it's called Sandy Lucian here. It is Sandy Shocks, Lucario, and Arcanine V. So we haven't played with this card yet. This is the new card that we're trying to play with in this deck. This is Sandy Shocks. Now, Sandy Shocks is an interesting card because Sandy Shocks wants to be behind. Behind is a strong word. Sandy Shocks wants the game to be progressing. If your opponent has 4 or fewer prize cards remaining, aka the game has progressed a little bit and they've gotten 2 prize cards, you may attach a basic fighting energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon. Now, a couple of things are important here. This is pretty restrictive. As far as the energy cheating mechanics go, the bad news, this one has to be fighting energy, and it has to go on this Pokemon, and it has to be from your discard pile. So that's 3 strikes against it. Now, the good thing is there's not anything that says you can only use 1 magnetic absorption ability per turn. So if you have a couple of Sandy Shocks out, you can power them both up. Now, the downside of Sandy Shocks is it only does 200 damage and it can't do it more than once a turn. So it might not be very good. We're gonna see to make up for that. Seems like a fan favorite rogue deck from this set. This will be all right. Well, hopefully y'all like it. To pair it up, I decided to try Lucario. I did build this with a buddy. Once during your turn, you may put 2 energy counters on this Pokemon. If you do, search your deck for a fighting energy card and attach it to your Pokemon. This does damage based off of how much fighting energy. So the reason that I decided to pair this one was because this gets the energy out of your deck, which Sandy Shocks cannot do. And when Lucario inevitably dies, it gives 1 prize card and puts the energy in the bin. So we have a chance to hopefully use 2 Lucarios to kind of get some damage going, put some numbers up, you know what I mean? Get some damage counts on the board. Now, once Sandy Shocks has all the energies it could need, it can still pull them off once a turn, even if it can't play more than, or attack more than once, it doesn't discard them. So we've got Arcanine here as kind of a follow-up to be like, hey, I can take those energies and maybe make a stronger attack if it comes up before then. So that's the goal. Let's see how it works. Did we do anything else exciting here? Not particularly. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We have to leave the abilities turned on here, both for Sandy Shocks and for Arcanine. So we can't play with Path to the Peak. Can't play is a strong word. Obviously, any deck can play Path to the Peak, Wiggles. Just don't play it if it's gonna stop you. Right you are, Wiggles. Right you are. But we're instead playing with Sada's Vitality, Turbo Energize, another way to get energies out of the deck and onto the Pokemon, and Ancient Booster because Sandy Shocks is ancient. I don't know, we're going to try it out. We're going to see if it's any good. I haven't played this card against people yet, so let's find out together. Woo! All right. And in we go. And this one's just for y'all. Cheers. Sailor Scouts! Woo! And it is fighting. You are not wrong. You're not wrong. You got it, Sheep. We'll change that after this, and by that I mean we might give it a game or 2, and depends how long it takes me to remember. We'll try. Okay, so this is actually perfect. We want to start with the Riolu. Perfect's a strong word. We don't have a way to evolve it. Besides, I guess we could technically use Arven, but that's not really what Arven's there for. And the Gutsy Pickaxe doesn't work. Ooh, a Clefairy deck. Okay. Well, interesting off the bat. Unfortunately, we're weak to Psychic. So Clefairy's going to have a bit of an advantage here. That's actually really good for us. This lets us get another Riolu out, if nothing else, so that we can start Gutsy Pickaxing onto it. And then we're going to play Temple of Sinnoh. I don't think it's going to stop them because they're using, Moonwatching Party, but we're going to do it anyways. Take away their stuff. All right, that's a good draw. Let's use Artazon. Grab a Riolu. Let's go ahead and see what we can pick here. Well, nothing. All right. We're going to build up the back Riolu because it's super effective, right? We could try to do some damage calculations and see, because it's only 60 damage, right? At first, it would be more than that because they have multiple ones. Anyways, we're just going to build up the back Riolu here and make them switch it out. We don't want to switch it for them with the boss's orders unless we're going to knock it out because they want this to be switched. They're going to switch it themselves anyways. Yeah, okay. Now, if they knock out this front Riolu, we can use Arven to get an Ultra Ball. We can use the Lucario to grab one other energy, and we can hit this Clefairy, whatever knocks us out. Okay. We're gonna switch in the Arcanine here and use it as kind of a beefy beefcake. Yep, those are words. Beefy little beefcake. Okay, so they get you 80, 100 damage. I'm really glad we saved our Lucario, or our Riolu. We want to feed them some prize cards. Again, we're trying to get 2 prize cards to the opponent. Serving cake. Ooh, I like cake. Okay, Sandy Shocks is a pretty solid draw here. Okay, so let's Arven for an Ultra Ball. We're gonna Arven for this Turbo Energize, but this is actually to ditch this Turbo Energize to the Ultra Ball here. I don't want to ditch my boss's orders, and I don't want to ditch our other, both of our switching effects. We need one of them, right? We're gonna use a switch here because this is the Clefairy we want to knock out. Grab Lucario. Roaring Resolve! Grr! Alright, sweet. Pull that out of there. Take out a Clefairy. Sweet. Okay. We get a prize card. They might be up to something and might be wanting to have prize cards. Hopefully not. Okay, Artisan's fine. We can actually utilize that pretty well. And making it to where they didn't have the extra Clefairy was actually pretty solid here. Again, this Lucario is going to die. If they have an energy in hand to power this Clefairy up, this Lucario is going to die. And they did. It happens. The goal is to let this happen. Okay, Sada's Vitality is actually a pretty solid draw here. Do this before I forget. Grab another Riolu. This also helps us. We're less likely to draw that with Sada's Vitality here. Well, that was not exactly what we were hoping for. Second one is actually even less of what we were hoping for, so that's exciting. We're going to play this other Arcanine out. Rid of that. It's really unfortunate that we just have to take a turn off here, right? Because they're going to get their last Clefairy here. So they are online. This is what their deck wants. These are the 3 Clefairies. We already knocked one out, so this is all they got. They probably have some other basics. Let's see it. Something else weird they can do. Radiant Venusaur, so they can draw some cards. Okay, okay. Okay. Now, this Venusaur is actually kind of nice for us because we can boss's orders it. And since we're a little bit further away than we might want to be from the Sandy Shocks here, that's not going to be a bad play. Not drawing what we need here, chat. We are not drawing what we need here. This also stops them from getting their energies out of their deck. What's up, Beans? They might have a switch. Their deck probably plays with a lot of switches just because of the way the Clefairy's ability works. They generally want to be switching stuff. We're going to feed him this other Riolu again. Might be a mistake, but I don't think so. We just need one more energy, and we can get started with the Sandy Shocks. Showered, now chilling? Nice, nice. Got that clean smell, you know what I mean? Okay, it's a lot of damage. For sure. Alright. Please, deck, give me an energy. All right, thanks, deck. Okay, a little late there, fam, but welcome. Welcome to the party. Oh, no. Oh, well, that's terrifying. That's actually really helpful. Thank you, opponent, from the bottom of my tiny, wretched heart. I appreciate you. It's pretty good, too. Okay, how many switching effects are we through? 2? Okay, there's still plenty in the deck. Now, see, they need to use this Weird Ear before we knock out these other Clefairies, right? They want to get this to the front and have all the energy get pulled to it before we take all the energy away from them. The switch card will do it. Did we just get got? We might have just gotten got, chat. I like that technology. We've played the Clefairy deck, a version of the Clefairy deck before, but not with Weird Ear, and that seems solid. If we hadn't had that rough start we had, we'd probably be doing all right here. As it is, we feel pretty far behind. I think they're about to take out our Sandy Shocks, which we kind of didn't want this to die. Oh, perfect. Are you kidding? Oh, rip. Sad. Very sad. Okay, well, we're going to put this here. And we're going to hope for the best. All right, so we're putting that there. We might be able to knock this thing out. If we can knock this one out, we'll be okay here. We have to draw... not that. Alright, well, we tried. We needed to get a pick, like a Gutsy Pickaxe or two, and then get lucky with our... Or another Sandy Shocks would have done it, or a third one of those. Ways to get energies on the board so that Arcanine can pull them. That's what we're looking for. We didn't hit it, but that's okay. Try again in a bit. I like that little bit of tech they had there. Woo! The important thing is that we finished some quests. Yay! Level up! You read Palisand. You found a new janky... Is that... that card's not out yet, is it? Beans, that's for next set? Or is that from the current set? Because there was a Palisand recently. Let's get our stuff. We got some stuff. Stuff credits. The 4th Squawkabilly. Alright, sure. I'm a sucker for gold, chat. It's from E. Okay. So it's an older card then. I haven't seen that one yet. Or is that the next set coming out? What's the name of the next set? Have they announced that yet? They probably haven't. I'm just behind. Credits. Not credits. Ooh, Vault and Velouzas, y'all. That's pretty cool. Right. Alright, back to it. We got our stuff! Shiny Treasures is the name of the next set. Ooh. Oh, that's because the name of the DLC is the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero, right? So, I mean, okay, I can see that. Similarities, patterns, parallels. We do want to go first because we want to be evolving. Okay. Not the best, not the worst. We've seen... It'd be better to not have two Professor's Research, obviously, but... Older, okay. 4 energy, 3 psychic, 1 colorless. Wow, that's really good. When it's Mon as a basic, it's KO'd, no drop. That would be hilarious to do to a Roaring Moon. Be like, oh, I'm sorry, did you get knocked out? Oh. Oh. Sounds sweet. Okay, Serena deck. Alright. right. Well, it's a bummer to draw that one. We might be able to take out the Bound Suite here, or the Bound Suite before they can evolve it. Ideally, they don't have another Bound Suite, and they're using this to get like a Steenie. Okay, okay. No, don't play another Bound Suite. Overinvest. I would appreciate. Yay! Thanks, opponent. I appreciate that about you. All right, so what we're gonna use Arven first here. We're gonna grab our Ultra Ball, and we might as well not. We're actually not gonna grab anything else because, well, we could ditch an Ancient Booster Capsule here to that. That's fine. That's fine. They ditch that, and one of the professor's researches because we can't play them both anyways. Let's grab Lucario. This does put us pretty heavy in this one Lucario, right? But they didn't do anything else either. And we don't have to get any damage on this, which we're not going to put any damage on it right now because we don't need to. And this way, our one Pokemon is not already hurting. This is very important. And see, they overinvested. So, ha ha ha. So 4 energy, 3 psychic, 1. Okay, they have another one, which is unfortunate for us. Decent Guardy, but it's a little weak and active. You're not wrong. That doesn't mean it's bad, right? Definitely still see that as being solid. Okay, we're not going to use the Super Rod here. We want the energies in the, you know what I mean? Okay, a couple of Sandy Shocks is solid here. So is a Nest Ball. I think we should get another Riolu here. Again, we want them to have 2. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Or should we keep the pressure up? Let's keep the pressure up because we know they're going to evolve this into a Stene or a Steenie. So let's keep knocking stuff out here. Solid. Okay, they did have the rare candy. They haven't played any energy yet, though. Maybe they don't have that? Maybe? Nest Stash is bold when you don't have any way to draw cards. Okay. Arida can get... They might be playing Lumineon. Other than that, I think Serena's the only... Okay. Okay. Sure. Now I'm really glad we have this Turbo Energize here. The 5 energies in hand, not so glad about. Not so glad about, chat, I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, so they have a Serena and one other card in hand. They might just Nest Stash here if they can't play anything and try to get an energy. Counter Catcher, okay. That's certainly a decision. Okay. One Arcanine right now that could pull all of this energy would be lovely. It's just a matter of time until they hit an energy or a Bibarel, so we really need to get lucky here and hurry. That's an Arcanine. That's an excellent draw. So Arcanine can do, let's see here, it is 90 plus 120, so that's 210, not quite enough. So let's do this then. Okay, we have to give them one more turn. We could hit them, but it wouldn't be enough to knock them out, and they can't knock us out either. I guess they can actually, because they're water type, not grass type. Okay, that definitely doesn't do it. What's their last card, I wonder? Because they're not squaveting it, so they kind of want it, right? That's what that means. Okay, so now can we do it? Do 4, 5, 6, 7 times 30. Not quite there, so let's just hit them with this one. And we'll use this as well. Power up a little bit more. Opponent should probably put a little more energy in their deck. That's fine. I imagine they're going to hit their energies now. This other Lucario doesn't really help here. Okay. Okay. Okay, they're going to do this because it's super effective. That's fair. And they have another Serena. Wow, they got really lucky there. Okay. Okay, so this is interesting because they could have knocked out Arcanine. What they did was they set us up to one-shot them. Now, if they knock Arcanine out now, because it's, well, again, it's not actually super effective, so I'm not sure why I'm afraid of that. Never mind. Okay. So we're going to use this on this Ultra Ball here and get rid of this back Panic Mask. They don't need that. We only need to pull 4, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to take that one, and we're going to take these 3. What's up, Wander? How's it going, my friend? Okay. Really glad we took that Panic Mask off of there. I'm telling you all, the vacuums are getting better every set because they just keep making really, really cool, really powerful. Appreciate you, Beans. Okay. I mean, we could just end this right here, right? Yeah, let's just do that. It's 240. That's 270. That's 300. It's 330. Bam! Visit projects. Right now we are trying out a Sandy Shocks Lucario build, but you are correct, by the way, Beans. Right now we're doing a Sandy Shocks Lucario build. So far, it's not bad. Not bad. Nothing special, though, yet, right? We haven't had a chance to really see what it's got. And I did forget the sleeves. Sheep, are you still here? I knew I would. Let's go do the sleeves. No more Pumpkaboo. Y'all say goodbye to Pumpkaboo. But we've got credits, Sheep, or gold. We can buy whatever sleeves you want. So tell me when you see what you want, Sheep. I'm gonna scroll slow. You like the Arcanine deck? Nice! Arcanine's a great card. It's just always looking for the right fighting deck. This is honestly much more of a... Love Disc, you got it. This is more of a, slotting Sandy Shocks into the Arcanine Lucario deck than building a deck around Sandy Shocks, but... the card doesn't seem that special, so that's kind of why, right? It's like, maybe it's not worth the build around yet, but let's put it in as a most of, like 3 out of 4, right? Kind of thing. Oh, also, I added a button in the social buttons below this. below this Twitch stream where there's the Discord button, which I need to update the Discord link. Thanks for reminding me on that one, Wiggles. And now you can send me an email to my business email. I can see that. Arcanine with the new Garchomp. I can see that. Okay. Okay. Charizard. A little concerning. Sandy Shocks is pretty soft to Charizard. We don't do nearly enough damage. And, yeah. Pidgeot does not care about our Sandy Shocks. We're still gonna give him the one that we give everybody, though. Mew. More like... Ew. I'm just kidding. Mew's nice. These are like business Wiggles. Big business. Big wiggling. It's playing out like we foresaw, chat. Just like we foresaw. Uh-oh. I can't use it this turn, right? Oh, no! Well, at least my hand's not bad. Oh, no! Your turn. I think we lost chat. They've only got 6 cards in hand. What's the odds that they have what they need, right? Okay, they've still only got 6 cards in hand, chat. I mean, my cards are better. It's just doesn't matter anymore. Well, that doesn't really help them unless they have an Ultra Ball. Oh! You don't say. Alright, well, sure. Sweet. Alright, so... Let's do this. That is not what we were hoping for, but that's okay. We'll grab us another Sandy Shocks. Let's put this booster capsule up here. We're going to research this energy away. Our deck plays so much energy that we're very likely to draw another one. And we need some in the bin. So, that was why. Okay. Oh, I can't do that. Well, I messed up. Oops. Yeah, that was a mistake. That's okay. We could vacuum this away, but we're not going to do that. It's just Nest Ball for another Riolu. That would be great. Okay. Hello, Otis. How's it going, my friend? Really wish we could have killed the Mew this turn, because if it gets them... Okay, that's also not an Ultra Ball or a Rare Candy. That is, though. He sprung up so fast. Okay, so they already had a Rare Candy. All of our work, all of our fine labor. I like Paradox Rift a lot. We're gonna call it Paradox Riz. It feels like a much bigger set than the 151 did. The cards are fun and new. Obviously, you're still gonna see a lot of the previous meta deck around. Like, Charizard's hard to beat. It does a lot. Roaring Moon does a lot too, but not quite as much as Charizard, and Charizard slots into more stuff, so you're still gonna see the other stuff, but I like the new set a lot because it is new, very playable cards, and lots of new technology. Like technical machines. So in the meantime, we lost while I was talking. Not because I was talking, right? It's not my fault. I just lost. It happens. Don't be weird about it. Goodbye, Sandy Shocks. Hey, we're both weak to grass. Grass buddies. Okay, ow. My pride. Well, best we can do is hit this Charizard really hard. It's not bad. It's just not good. You know what I mean? But let's do it anyways. So we switch in Arcanine. We irresistibly force all of these energies onto Arcanine. along with this number 4, and we smack Charizard. It's so hard to keep up with the Pidgeot once it's going. And with Pidgeot and Charizard, it's almost impossible to keep up with the Pidgeot because you have to deal with the Charizard, right? And in the turn it takes you, or 2 turns more likely, it takes you to knock out the Charizard. The Pidgeot's made another Charizard, and the problems just compound. This is unnecessary and rude. They're actually helping us out a lot here by doing this. I get why they're doing it. This is very helpful for us, though, because now we can start using this other Sandy Shocks a turn ahead of when we were going to be able to do it. So we appreciate that from our opponent. Yes, we do. It's a real shame that it doesn't matter. We can't beat this Charizard this quickly. There's a world I could see where what we actually want to build with Sandy Shocks is something that's got a free retreat cost, because then you could just one switch and you could do the 200 damage again, but 200 damage isn't that much. The Future Booster is the one that boosts its damage. Now, the Future Booster was, if Sandy Shocks got plus 20 damage like the Future Booster ones, 220 is a lot more than 200. That starts one-shotting things that 200 does not. They gave up. Y'all, we never had any doubts about how much we were going to crush that Charizard deck. We definitely didn't feel behind, and, like, we already lost. Sure didn't. All right. Y'all believe me, right? All right, moving on. Sailor Scouts! Yay! one. Oh my god, that reminds me. Y'all, we've made it enough that people have occasionally started disliking my YouTube videos. Which, that's totally fine. YouTube, if you're watching this right now, if you don't like it, you can dislike it. Now, here's the other important part of that, and this is a caveat that's very important. I posted like hour-long videos for every deck, so if all you do is thumbs down, I can't make it any better. You're gonna have to give me a little something else there, you know what I mean? Or we can play both out, because if they escape rope us, oh no, it's the other Sandy Shocks. But yeah, that makes me laugh every time. I don't view those videos as like, wow, this is a worse video. I view them as like, oh, you're a bad deck, aren't you? A little bad boy. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to ditch an Ultra Ball and an Arven. It feels bad to ditch an Arven, but we really want a Riolu. Because they're going to be a turn behind here. So we're going to put this energy on the Riolu. Next turn, we're going to Arven for an escape rope or a switch, depending on whatever looks better at the time. And then we can get this Lucario that's already in hand to power up and do an attack, and we can start getting energies in the bin for Sandy Shocks, as well as have price card taken. Okay. Sweet Mobius hair thing. You think he ever gets boogers on that? It's really close to his nose. Also, there's no way you can use that in a laboratory environment, right? You'd have to put that, like, wrap that up or something. Put a hairnet on. And the hair gel alone, like the hairspray, would set off so many experiments the wrong way. Okay, this is just Lost Zone. Womp womp. Sableye makes me sad we don't have a Jirachi in the deck. We did let them go first, and they have Cramorant. Or we let them go second, so they can't attack first, which is a little scary. But not much we can do about it now. So they ditched a second Colress. They ditched 2 Colresses into the Lost Zone. That's just crazy. We're going to put the other Sandy Shocks out here. They're probably going to put the Comfy. They're looking to continue to churn, and they don't have enough for Cramorant yet. But if we put the Riolu out and then they did have enough, for Cramorant and one more switch, like, no, we're not risking that, you know what I mean? It's not worth the risk. Boss's orders and 2 Colresses. There is 1 Colress. So they only have 1 Colress left. This is a little brutal for us. Just a little, I'll be honest. It's not actually that bad because we're going to be using Lucario here. And Lucario can soak a Cramorant hit, which is nice. Let's use this. That becomes less valuable later on. They just have too much of a full bench. We're gonna grab the Turbo Energize here. They're gonna feed us Manaphy. Okay. Free code for the... Oh, nice! That's good for everybody to know that one. They're gonna be giving away a free code for an Iron Valiant coming up in the regionals. Yeah, regionals broadcast. This is funny. They did this because they expected us to knock it out. We're not going to do that. We're going to make them use another one of their switching effects to get a Comfy out. And now Lucario does die to a Cramorant now, which is sad, so we definitely need to do the Turbo Energize thing. In reality, I shouldn't have used Roaring Resolve there, because then we wouldn't have died, right? So I did mess up a little bit. Slight misplay on my part. As long as this Path to the Peak is here, though, we're going to struggle. But now they have to use a switching effect just to get the Manaphy out back. I guess if they have a Jet Energy, they could do that, and then... You can't play to every out, right? But, like, this seems like the best way to undo what they thought we were going to do. They had the Jet Energy. It didn't matter. But we still played our outs. Okay, I take it back. They're giving us a shot here. Okay. Getting energies into the bin doesn't mean as much because of this Path to the Peak. I think we should do this. Yeah, they're really behind on having anything that's going to kill us. They're not close to Sableye yet. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to retreat into the Arcanine. And we're going to use Roaring Resolve to get the fourth energy for Arcanine. Because Arcanine can soak 2 hits from Cramorant. And nobody else can. So that's why we're going with Arcanine here. Oh my god, but Path to the Peak. Oh, I just punted so hard, chat. Scoop, quick, run, we messed up, bail, my bad, I messed up, that happens. We might have had a shot there, and if that's where you want to give it a thumbs down, YouTube, I understand. I'm not going to remember it, though. You're gonna have to point out, I disliked this because of blank. I will respond to that, lol, but it's good to know it's there. Okay, alright, looking like a Roaring Moon. Hey, nice Tyranitar coin. I respect it. Okay. We're not really ever starting with Lucario and Riolu, which is proving problematic. We kind of just feel like a Lucario deck. Nothing wrong with being a Lucario deck, but we're not really a Sandy Shocks deck, you know what I mean? Each score. Well, we get a redemption arc against Lost Zone. Okay. Lost Zone Iron Valiant? Makes sense. If they're using multiple Iron Valiants, that means that their bench is going to be very full between the Comfies and the Iron Valiants. With a Dragonite, I guess they might still be? Question mark? They're going to fill their bench up. Okay, we have to do this and ditch that to try and get rid of this. We don't have any other Pokemon, right? This isn't a misplay on my part. This is like, I sure hope we don't die next turn. Taking away that Beach Court makes it harder for them to kill us. Not impossible, though. They do need another Iron Valiant as well as some ways of switching here. Okay. Lucario is pretty solid here. Currently doing, what, 130, and we could be doing 190? It's not enough to knock him out. And then we'd have to put extra damage on ourselves here. I think we're just going to do the 130 for now. I might regret that, but... What's that, Beans? Okay. Getting rid of that Beach Court appears to have actually messed them up pretty well. They ditched a Heavy Ball. It's fair. They have some basics out. Lara's going to give them those energies back as well as... Did they have any Pokemon? I don't think so. You're going to de-evolve us. Okay. It's rude. Rude, let's be honest. I mean, we could just do it again next turn, but it's still rude. We are just not drawing other Pokemon. Uh-oh. This time we're gonna wait. Okay. Them getting unstuck is terrifying, y'all. Legitimately terrifying. Team regionals. So a while back, you guys started running events where teams of 3 enter compete against other teams of 3. That would be neat. Dude, teams are always good. Teams are always good. And Pokemon especially, they have that in the, you know, in-game, right? Like, there's duos and trios. So I agree. I agree. Okay, so if they can get this Cramorant out here as well, if one of these is a switching effect, we lose. We tried. Energy Recycler's not a switching effect. I'd like another Pokemon, please. Or a boss's orders at this point would be... That is neither of the things that I requested. Alright, well, we're not here to be soft, chat. Powering up! Discuss plays and actions too. Yeah, that'd be solid. And then you could have cameras and mics, you know, listening in on the players as they discuss to get that kind of like, okay, this is how they think going on. The reason we didn't want to knock this out is if we knock it out, they're just putting Cramorant up front and we die anyways. We're going to try and make them have an energy or a switch. They probably do. Y'all, they probably do. I think we're dead. We have outstayed our welcome here. This is Red Wiggles signing off. My Lucario! That Lucario fought very bravely. Very bravely. You're welcome. Almost had him. Almost. I don't think their build's very good. And the reason I was kind of, that's not to be mean or anything. I think Iron Valiant and Lost Zone both want the same thing, which is a very full bench with a couple of open slots. So trying to play two decks that both want a full bench and they want different full benches is going to be difficult. So, yeah. A little interesting with the mic situation. It would be cool. It would be very cool. How's everybody's Monday going, by the way? Hope y'all had a good one. This is as shaved as I usually get, by the way. I cleaned everything up, you know? You know? Me and Chibs were looking through my old YouTube videos, and my beard used to be way too long. Way too long. It's still snowing. At least you still have power. So, like, do y'all have snowball fights, sheep? Or is it just that everyone's so used to the snow and nobody wants to be cold, so we don't do that? Give me snow. Depends on the type of snow. That's fair. That's fair. It's Florida. You need the snow that packs out. Right, so you can hide rocks on them when you throw them at your friends. I would never. Okay. Another Railu's a good draw here, actually. Okay, let's try... see what we get here. It's great. We're going to grab an escape rope because they clearly want the Deoxys to be up front. Okay. Turbo Energize. Thin our deck a little bit here. Spare a few feet. Enjoy your snow shoveling, sheep. Listen to that Fingers to the Bone song, right? A little test of mind over flesh ought to do you good. I love that line in that song. Okay, Mew is interesting. Mew lets them draw if they play one more card. Now, they have to use this to get a basic because they played an energy, so if they want to draw cards, they need to get a basic Pokemon to play out. No, they're not to. Okay, so they're just probably just a Xatu Fun Psychic Things deck by the look of it. Another... oh, Mimikyu. Okay, we are not scared of Mimikyu at all. Lucario crushes Mimikyu. So, we're good. We're good. That was a really good draw. Okay, let's begin with the pain. The other reason that I don't know... that's what I needed. The third one of those. Perfect. The other thing about this deck that I don't know if it's good or not... feels like not, I'll be honest. We have found success with Lucario in the past as a thing that sits on the bench and gets powered up, right? Like, you charge it like a glass cannon, and then you get to unload on somebody, and then it dies in response. Hey, alright. trying to use it as this front-facing attacker, it's fine. It's just that it always kind of caps out at, what is it, 130 damage? Because we don't really have the time to build it up and let it do big chunks of damage, which is fine. 130 for a prize card is not bad. It's just that it can do so much more. So, yeah. Please and thank you, Iono. I appreciate you. Okay, okay. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. That's a lot of Zatus, right? Like, that's a lot of card draw they get there. That's, yeah, that's even more Zatus. Sure is. Yep, sure is. Okay, Lucario's not dead yet. Pretty close, but not yet. A switch? Well, it's not a switch. That's okay, though. We'll get us a Sandy Shocks. So, I think we just take the freebie here while it's available for us. We're just gonna go ahead and do this real quick. Because it's hard to beat just, you know, one-shotting a Mewtwo is worth 2 prize cards. Right. Hi, Pokédart! Oh, I'm out of soda. Okay, they put Mew out front. Now, the reason they put Mew out front, obviously they can use Zatu. Well, they can't actually use Zatu to power up Mew because Mew has to be on the bench. So what they're doing is they're powering up Deoxys. I'm gonna stop talking. Round 2, ready, fight! I mean, we can do this again, opponent. We got all day. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm gonna get a hat emote eventually. Like an animated hat emote. It's gonna have like sunbeams coming out of it. Oh. Okay. Hate it. Not much we can do about it. Okay. Smart from the opponent. Very smart. Let's use Roaring Resolve here. Actually, we're not going to use that because this one's going to die on the backswing, and it currently does not do enough damage, actually. So we are going to use Roaring Resolve here. That way there's less likely that we draw an energy we can't next turn. We don't want... We're about to use the Professor's Research, and we don't want to just draw a bunch of energy, so we might as well... I said it, you'll take it first. Okay... This path to the peak is problematic. Chat, it is problematic. The boss's orders is excellent, though. So, that's exciting. Interesting. Reversal energy is not bad. It's kind of strange in their deck, I'm gonna be honest, because that's the only thing it can play on? I'm playing Lucario for fun after online died. That's fair. It's not a bad card. It's a fun card. It's doing very good things. Mostly because it's super effective here, but it's still doing very good things. Okay. Again, we don't care about Mimikyu. Lucario does not care about Mimikyu. If we hit a vacuum, which I'm pretty sure we have some vacuums in our deck. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to use Roaring Resolve. Going to grab another energy. Then we're going to Escape Rope and make them think they're safe. Make them pick something else. Be like, well, I will use blank instead. Ah, give us the Mimikyu. No. Offer rejected. Come back here. And they're like, oh, well, I could soak a hit. Actually, you can't. Sorry, friend. 230 HP is fine. Goodbye. Woo! Yay, GG's. All right, all right. We got time for 2 more. Let's do 1 more and then we'll do the giveaway for the last one. Move on to the next deck. Wow, we won a coin flip. Ooh. I mean, we basically won the whole game, right? Because everything's downhill from here for you, opponent. Hey! I mean, okay, I'd like to have a basic Pokemon. They don't even have a basic Pokemon. New code. Okay, sweet. That's just a code to put in. Does it get me free stuff, or am I about to get got? Oh, no. They unstuck before us. I'll check that code out after this. Okay. Well, 1 card. 1 wee little Riolu. Damn. Neighbor's dog's losing it? That's not good. Poor Burka. Poor bubbies. Maybe they don't also have another Gimmighoul. If they don't have another Gimmighoul, we're sitting pretty here. Because this Gimmighoul's about to die. Their deck is mostly energy. Grab the golden. No, you were supposed to grab the golden go. Oh, no. Well, never mind. That being said, yeah, okay, they have a golden go here. But they're like out of cards, right? So, maybe? Okay, we gotta grab an Ultra Ball. And one of these to ditch to the Ultra Ball. I feel weird for saying this. This deck wants Larry, but Larry never flips a heads. At least for me. Maybe y'all's Larrys are way kinder, but my Larry has never flipped a heads. I feel like what it actually is, and I'm just not... do better, Larry. Exactly. I'm probably just not going to do it because I don't really like that card anymore. What it is that we really want to be playing with VIP passes. Because if we could fill our bench up early, we'd be in a much better spot. Okay. I mean, that's pretty clean. Pretty clean. The fact that Lucario, when you have no energy in hand, can use its ability to get an energy, and then you can turbo energize to get 2 more, that's kind of nice. I don't think it's gonna matter. Because I imagine they're playing with Earthen Vessel, right? Yeah. They do have to have 2 to ditch, though. 2 energies and 1 for Golden Go. So that's neither of those are steel energy either. They need a steel energy for Golden Go and then 2 energies to ditch. Okay. That works for me. Can I have a professor's research, please? I cannot. So let's Arven here for... definitely that. Is it a Gutsy Pickaxe? Yeah, I think so. So let's escape rope first here. They're going to feed us either the Gimme Ghoul or the Manaphy. They're not going to give us Golden Go here. But this way we get to pickaxe onto the Sandy Shocks, or not. But we could have, right? If we hit an energy, we would put it on the Sandy Shocks instead of the Lucario, which can grab its own energy and is going to do enough damage. Anyways, so that was the reasoning behind that. That's a good draw. That's a good draw. Okay. The rest of the Golden Goes are going to be hard to get through. Again, maybe they don't have any more steel energy. Maybe their deck is poorly built and they're like, oh no, I'm out of steel energy. They're almost out of Earthen Vessels, right? Yeah, they might have one more. Okay, Superior Energy Retrieval will do it because they've got 4 steels in the bin. So. Let's take a look here. They haven't played any Boss's Orders yet. They probably do play that card. Most people play that card. It's dangerous to assume they're not gonna have it, but maybe they don't have it. Okay, here comes the pain. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Guess here comes the rain, right? Because the name of the move is Make It Rain. Well, goodbye, Lucario. tough call. It's a tough call. Never mind. Easy call. Glad we did it. We did the right thing, chat. We did the right thing. The lack of other Sandy Shocks is problematic when we have this card. Let's not forget to use this. That might come into play. Okay, there's only 3 more energies in our deck after this. Well, maybe more. Maybe more. We have the fishing rod in hand. We don't need to use it this turn, so we're not going to. I love that golden go art. Imagine getting your opponent to salvage before Satan. Right? Just like, hey. I'll be honest, when I first saw Golden Go in the Pokemon game, I was like, that is hideous and I don't like it, but it's grown on me a lot. Okay, the Temple of Sinnoh didn't really matter. I imagine our Sandy Shocks is about to not be around for much longer. There's all that steel energy they were needing. So if we manage to somehow hit another Sandy Shocks here, we're actually not in a terrible spot. If we don't, because we don't, we're in a pretty bad spot. Alright, let's make him have it. Have what, Wiggles? Have literally just 2 more energy in the Golden Go deck. Yes. Alright, so there's so much in there that we're going to go ahead and Super Rod now. Put that into it. Maybe they don't have any more energy retrievals, chat. At least we do. How Pokemon designs are, really. That's a good point. Ooh, that's the other art. See, this one, not so much. It looks like the goofiest goober of a spy. Oh no, they had it. Oh no. Well, Lucario, you fought very bravely. And, alright, we'll just go ahead and do this, because they're going to take their time. You can concede whatever you want. This game was over before it got back to our turn, so that wasn't a premature concession. That was me making them have it and them having it. And we did more damage than them anyways. That's basically the win. Alright, let's start the giveaway for the last game with this deck. Yeah. Exclamation point ticket if you would like a chance to win a pack of the new set Paradox Rift. We're going to do one more game with this deck. We will pull it after that game is over, even if it's a short game this time, because I want to move on to the next deck. What's up, Batchet Man? And I shamelessly use these as a chance to see who's all lurking. Do a little lurker check, you know what I mean? It does. It looks really artificial. That's how the full arts, where it's like a weird color and a weird angle, but like a full picture of the Pokemon, those are usually pretty weird. Pretty bad. There's some exceptions. Well, I mean, I've seen worse hands. We've seen worse hands today. You're always lurking. Them having to start with Luminion's great for us. They don't like that. And we also get to go first, which is also great for us. Let's go grab a Riolu here. 2 Lucarios means Riolu's a good pull. We're going to play the Temple now, just in case that matters to them. Darkrai, okay, so they're a Dark deck. Darkrai, probably Roaring Moon. I just expect to see that whenever I see Dark these days. Maybe not, maybe not, maybe something else. Deck, can I have a Professor's Research, please? When it's my turn, obviously, when it's my turn. Duh. Hey, look, Roaring Moon. Called it. Sometimes it's tough being right all the time. Sometimes. Okay, well, let's evolve that. Now, the downside here is that we do have to go ahead and attack. Because this is going to do enough when we put this in. That means we can't use the Ultra Ball this turn. That's where I was going with the downside there. That's okay. We have it for a future turn. Are weak to grass. That ain't us. Chat, that ain't us. Okay. I mean, if you're going to pull 2 cards, those are pretty good ones, right? I would have preferred a Professor's Research, but we'll take what we got. Okay, so the question this turn is how much do they have? How much recursion do they have, right? Because this is not that scary. This is 90 damage total, so we actually get to soak this hit. If they have any other ways to cheat energy out, it's enough, though. So. Defiance Band is also good enough. That is enough now. Okay. Professor's Research, please. No dice. That's alright. Bibarel, I'm assuming? Bibarel plus Squavit's a very good combo. That's a good little engine right there. And if they ditch Dark Energies, that's also bad for us because them being in the bin means that their Dark Patches are unlocked as well as their Sada's Vitality. They chose to ditch 2 Cross Switchers instead. Are they just not hitting their energies? That'd be great for us. If that was the case. Okay. Ditching a Penny. Okay. So Penny's an interesting one in their deck because Penny's great with Roaring Moon, but it's not so great with Darkrai V-Star. Whereas Turo's scenario is better. I don't know. It's tough because Penny puts it in the bin, right? Or Turo puts it in the bin, but Penny doesn't. But what Turo also does is put it in the bin, and Dark Energies in the bin is good for their deck. So I don't know. Maybe Turo would be better. Okay, we need to draw an energy here or we lose. We probably still lose anyways, but we definitely need to draw an energy here. That's not going to do it. That's not going to do it. I mean, we can do the thing, right? Magnetic Absorption! And I concede. GG, opponent. All right, let's do the wrap up and the giveaway. Right now, 100% chance, Batchet Man. 100% chance. I'll try to make this quick wrap up for you. All right, so final thoughts here. I don't think this deck was the best to try out Sandy Shocks. I think we're going to try this card as like kind of a version 1 in a different build. This was nice, like feeding them cards with Lucario, obviously, to get feeding them prize cards, but also doing damage. It worked as we thought it would, but we never got to see Sandy Shocks shine. Maybe it's because the card sucks, right? Maybe it can't shine because it's bad. But we're not going to just give up on it just yet. Lucario Arcanine, still a great combo. Honestly, Sandy Shocks Arcanine, not bad. It's just, this didn't feel like what we want to be doing. But yeah, had fun with it, just not exactly what I was looking for.